So I'm going to start by showing you guys what workbooks I use for studying Japanese. So these are the recent workbooks I've used for studying Japanese. I have quite a bit of different workbooks kind of collected over the years, but these are the recent books I've used for studying Japanese at my college. So this is a really good book for learning kanji. As you can see here, I've already written most of the kanjis on this book. I don't think I've gotten through all of them, but most of them I have. And this is the one that I used for my my Japanese class. I was still kind of somewhat advanced. I'm kind of like, I would say, advanced beginner, if that's even a thing. So this was really good kanji book. I was in my Japanese level B, I believe. So the first level was too easy for me and my sister, so we did level B, which is the second class. And this is the book that they made us use for studying kanji, and it was actually really easy to understand. Me and my sister memorized quite a bit of kanji, like almost all the kanji here. I really like using this book because it just makes it so easy for you to understand, so easy for you to write the kanji. Like if you guys have seen my other video about learning Japanese, tips on how to learn Japanese fast, you guys, I remember when I talked about getting a kind of a grid notebook where you can write the kanji. So I really like this book because it kind of has that for you already. They have these little boxes and you can just rewrite the kanji over and over again, and it just makes it so easy for you to understand, for you to write them. Of course you can have a notebook, but I just really like this book. And they teach you the most basic and very much used kanji. A lot of this kanji is really used in Japanese writings. A lot of my Japanese friends, when they send me emails through the app Line, which is a Japanese app, they tend to write in kanji sometimes, and a lot of these kanji that I saw in this book, they write it to me when we're texting and stuff like that. So I really like using this book for learning kanji. It's just really easy to understand, and you can really practice and really just absorb that kanji and learn it really well. Now I also like to use the book, the Genki Workbooks, I believe they're called, and I like to practice the vocabulary, like writing them down, turning them into, like here it is, affirmative into negative forms, conjugating verbs, writing certain sentences. I just think that this book is really good for any beginner. Really recommend it. You can easily find it on Amazon. I'll be leaving a link to all the books that I used and I've shown here, description box below, so you guys can check that out. But I just like practicing just my general vocab on that with that book. And so when I was studying in Japan, when me and my sister were living in Japan, we went to the Toys R Us in Japan, and they had this really cute little notebook. And I think that this is really great for you to just get anything that's like just written in Japanese. So this is all fully written in Japanese, and we like to just look at it and just like trying to read the kanji. And all the hiragana and katakana characters. Here you can write your own words, so these are like biographies of like these characters, and it shows their age, things they like, and I think this is meant to be for like little kids, which I do like getting things for like much younger kids because we are learning Japanese as beginners, and like a lot of the vocabulary will be a lot easier to understand just because it's like more towards kids. And you could just kind of start learning like that and read. A lot of this has katakana, a lot of it has hiragana, so it's just really easy to understand and read, and it's really good like for learning. So don't feel afraid to get anything like little kids books because these are really great for you to learn. Also got these little notebook. They're supposed to be like a little game cards for like little kids once again. I thought it packaging was so cute, first of all, but there's also a lot of like words that are written in Japanese, like koton kandi memo, I believe that's how you say that, and you can just kind of like read the hiragana and katakana on it, and like I said, because it's for kids, it's so easy to understand. So for reading, I like to use a lot of magazines. Some of these magazines, I got them when I was living in Japan. I went to Shibuya 109 and I got a lot of those notebooks there and like kind of magazines, and it's so cute because like I said, you can it's something that I personally like, so I love fashion and magazines, so I'll be more inclined to read these. And like I said, a lot of it has kanji and hiragana and katakana, so I can just read it. So this is kind of like a comic book. This is from the magazine Pop Teen. And I can just read this kind of like a manga, except it's all written in Japanese, so I can kind of actively try and understand. Sometimes I like to look up certain words that I don't understand, but it's just really interactive, and I think it's just more, it's visually very entertaining because it's kind of like a manga, but they're like real characters, and I can just read them and try to understand. And obviously I like to ask my Japanese friends for help, but I think this is a really good way for you to learn Japanese. So definitely get magazines, cookbooks, anything that's really like interests you, like for you personally. If you're into, like I said, if you like manga, then you can start getting manga that's all in Japanese. So my sister is a big fan of Japanese cookbooks and just like cute Japanese desserts. So over the years, she's purchased a lot of Japanese cookbooks, as you can see here. Some of them she got them at a university in Japan. She also purchased some in a bookstore in Japan when we were living there. So she's definitely has the collection there, and she just likes reading them and just making like desserts based on like these instructions. Sometimes we'll do Google Translate. She doesn't understand everything, but she just likes to read a lot of like what's written on these cookbooks. Like I said, try getting books that are a little bit maybe more interactive. I think it's gonna really help with your learning. As for comprehension, me and my sister love to watch anime. So this is one of our favorite ones. It's called Maid-sama, and we like to watch them on Netflix and get rid of the subtitles and try to see like what we can understand. Anime tends to have a lot of like, they use a lot of words, specifically like school specific animes tend to be, they use vocabulary that's very easy to understand. They use your general terms like ohayo gozaimasu, sumimasen, gomenasai, like just your little like your general statements like good morning. This is good morning call. I actually meant to put good morning call on the sign up there. Sorry guys, I messed up there. But anywho, this is not a YouTube video. This is a good morning call. It's also from Netflix. I love watching these Japanese J-dramas just because, like I said, they use a lot of casual Japanese. You know, there's formal and informal, but Japanese dramas tend to use informal Japanese, which is something that you'll probably actively use if you make Japanese friends, and you can just practice your Japanese like that. I also love looking at Japanese YouTubers. So this is the YouTuber AnyanTube. I'll leave a link to her channel description box below so you guys can check it out. But she loves everything about Disney, and me and my sister are big Disney fans, so we love watching her videos because, like I said, she uses informal Japanese, so casual Japanese, and we get to just learn a lot of Japanese and hearing the words that she says, and at the same time we can be enjoying something that we like and learn Japanese. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. It really means a lot to us. Follow us at Kifutago on Instagram, and we'll see you guys in our next video. Bye guys!